The best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion Remaster will be available today.
Oh my god! It's happening! Is the audio working?
The others, they were taken to the tower. They're behind us. This ends here.
You hold our future in your hands. Take with you my blessings and the hope of the Empire.
Oh my god, this is so incredible.
Find him
Come
and
on.
close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Here we are 20 years later. When you think about the Elder Scrolls, to us it goes beyond game franchise.
Yeah, it's the DNA of Bethesda Game Studios.
Dude, I'm
Obviously,
about
we're
to
working
buzz.
on the 6th chapter here, but what's great about the Elder Scrolls is being able to look back at all of the chapters, Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, Daggerfall, Arena, and each of them try to define role-playing games and open-world games for their generation.
Fans got so connected with the worlds we've made and these stories we're telling, and it's really amazing.
Oblivion was a real defining moment in the series and for how we make games as a studio. I think when it comes to a remaster, we want people to feel the way they did then, but it's still a game of its time. You want to keep those bones in place. You want some of that old charm.
Coming back to Oblivion now with this tremendous visual update is absolutely amazing. It's the world I remember, but better.
There's so much there, both for the Elder Scrolls world and also this evolution of our games, I think is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Looking back and seeing everything we've accomplished in the past 20 years and working with these people, like, it's really special.
With what we were just
there
watching.
are still quite a few people that I've worked with for that long, and it sort of gave me the warm fuzzies.
Dude, they all grew up. They all grew up.
Oh my God, it's been 20 years. I think the thing that gets me the most is the music.
Well,
like when you hear that music at
this
the
is
main
the
menu,
announcement,
there's just
but they like to be a little bit bold, you know?
There's this like flood of nostalgia.
Oblivion is the beginning of who I am. As an individual, as a game developer, it all starts with it.
I don't even think it took me till release to realize how big this was.
People loved it. Like, they loved it.
Such a key moment in our history of making games and the evolution of how we build these worlds, and having players be able to come back and experience that is really amazing. We had that really special moment of coming out into the world for the first time, what that meant to this game.
Every time we think about Oblivion, it's, what if we could give that moment to everybody again?
I was born 87 years ago. For 65
That's
years,
how I feel.
I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. seen the gates of Oblivion.
Yeah, this is...
Beyond which
Whoa.
no waking eye may
Holy
see.
fucking shit, dude. Oh my god. I'm gonna freaking burst, boys. I'm gonna burst.
Whether
This is
you're reliving
insane.
these moments or experiencing them for the first time, the world of Oblivion Remastered immediately looks and feels incredible.
Oh my god, look at that water, dude.
When we decided to remaster Oblivion, we were really picky about finding the right partner. From the very beginning of this project, we had one rule. We weren't going to do this if we weren't going to be able to do it right. Our partners at Virtuous went above and beyond to bring our vision to life. The care and love they've poured into the Oblivion Remaster has been absolutely breathtaking.
Welcome to Paris, and welcome to Virtuous. Our team here has been hard at work delivering the best remastered Oblivion experience possible. We've worked with Bethesda Game Studios on other projects in the past, so we know what makes that team and their games special.
We wanted to make the remaster more friendly to gamers with modern hardware. This is Oblivion in its most complete form.
You're breathtaking.
About time someone got here. Huzzah!
Lots of gameplay, which is good.
Those familiar with only some Elder Scrolls lore will now be able to experience the events that set the stage for Skyrim.
What's up, No Tilt? How you doing?
You embark
16?
on an epic journey to stop the Mythic Dawn cult.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
From unleashing the Daedric Prince of Destruction.
What was the Oblivion Crisis? What happened to the previous Emperor of Cyrodiil? Why are there only 8 divines instead of 9? In addition to the core game, the remaster contains all add-ons, including story expansions, Shivering Isles, and Knights of the Nine, so you get the full experience.
On a personal level, it was really important to me to ensure that we're preserving the magic of the original experience. At the end of the day, we're all fans too.
This is a dream project for me, right? I'm a fan. I have been always a fan.
Well, I played Oblivion
Right?
for
That's what I'm
perhaps
thinking.
10,000 hours.
Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game, and it was one of the games that made me want to be a game developer.
The best way to describe it would be to call it a love letter.
Yeah.
You will
I
find
thought that was like
your
a
own
credit card
path,
for a second.
but there will be blood and death before the end.
The technology we used to create the original was cutting edge at the time, but tools have come a long way
Dude,
since
cutting
then.
edge is... I mean, it's true, it was, but...
The original Oblivion is still the heart and soul of the remaster, but we use Unreal Engine 5 to help achieve all our visual goals. We think of the Oblivion game engine as the brain and Unreal 5 as the body. The brain drives all the world logic and gameplay, and the body brings to life the experience that players have loved for almost 20 years.
But it's not just about pure fidelity. We knew we had to preserve the distinct style, making it as uniquely Oblivion as possible.
The brush opens a portal into the painting. You're stuck here like I am.
The Isles, a wonderful place. Good for a visit. Or eternity.
We've leveraged nearly every major feature from the latest version of Unreal 5.
Our goal was to push the visuals to the next level using the latest technologies. We created brand new, highly detailed character models and stunning landscapes that use millions of polygons in each asset, allowing us a truly impressive level of detail in the world. Every single asset in this game was completely redesigned and handcrafted from scratch.
We implemented an advanced
Remake.
real-time lighting system that
Just a
accurately
remaster. They
simulates
say
how
they're
lighting
saying
interacts with the
remaster, but it's like
environment.
remix.
This results
Like it's
in
they've
more
completely
realistic
done the
lighting
graphics
and
over
atmospheric
again.
effects. While the original game had limited dynamic shadows, now the entire world reacts naturally to light. We used an incredible new lip sync technology that really enhanced performance in our characters.
He left us a warning. Heed it!
And real tools helped us create the base mesh of our characters. From there, our artists sculpt each race individually to adapt it to the mesh.
That's cool.
Allowing us to share the model, rig, and textures. As a result, all races, including Argonians, Orcs, and Khajiits, are built on the same base mesh, making the lip sync system more effective even when the characters have very different facial features.
Welcome to the guild.
Wow.
We have access to so many modern rendering features.
That looks
You'll see
really
them
good.
in something as simple as running through a forest, insects flying around, fish swimming in the water, light filtering through the leaves. Thanks to these technological advances, you feel even more immersed in this living, breathing world. You'll really believe you're in Cyrodiil.
I believe you can handle a more complicated assignment. I would like you to retrieve a carved panel from the central chamber of the High Fane.
It's not just visuals that we've modernized in the remaster. It's gameplay. It's UI and UX. It's audio. We've updated features and systems across the board.
We've changed the approach to leveling, which I think will make a lot of people happy. It's inspired by the leveling systems of both Oblivion and Skyrim, so it's the best of both worlds.
I think that's a good choice, probably.
We were able to fully recreate the character models, creating a physicality that feels more human. You see that in places like combat animations, where there's a lot more separation between the upper and lower body, and all the animations have more flourish. Combat in the original Oblivion didn't have sound effects, visual effects, or hit reactions. Now you'll get blood splatters, sparks, and controller feedback. You know, it's a little thing, but little things add
makes
up
a
to make
difference.
combat more modern and engaging.
There's a proper third-person perspective now. The original had third-person, but there was no crosshair, and we felt the experience could be modernized.
Smart.
One of our goals was to have a third-person view that compared to Starfield in terms of playability. Now, the third-person perspective has all the same control you get from the first-person view.
Yeah, good. Take the good things out of Starfield, which is probably
When
just
Oblivion first launched,
the way it
Greetings.
plays, not
How goes it?
the actual game.
How are you?
disk storage limits meant we couldn't have unique voiceovers for all the races. So we've gone back and recorded new lines of dialogue. Each race represented in the game now sounds unique.
Can't stand the sight of those creatures.
We also made sure to keep in all of the quirkier dialogue.
I really like the way they say hello. Sometimes
Yes,
it's so
dude.
random, and then they just, hi there.
Hi there.
That's what we were.
But it's, like, so
that's what we were
nice and
talking about
creepy at the
earlier.
same
That's
time.
so cool.
Stop! You violated the law. Stop! You violated the law.
Stop, criminal scum!
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Cheese for everyone.
Cheese for everyone! We are going to steal one of the Elder Scrolls from the Imperial Palace. You need to find the reading room. The blind priests will deliver a scroll to you there. Do not speak to the priests. They're blindfolded. I've chosen you because you are the best. Good luck.
Stop! You violated the law. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. Then pay with your blood.
As games have developed over the past 20 years, players have come to expect a certain suite of tools and controls.
Like sprinting. Sprinting is an interesting one because it was such a big debate internally among our teams. Some of us were absolute purists, but ultimately, we decided it's 2025 and people are going to want to sprint. In fact, all of the character locomotion has been completely redone from
That's
scratch.
so cool.
And that has a huge impact from the very beginning of the game.
Every single updated or new feature was implemented with the player in mind. It all comes down to what makes Oblivion, Oblivion. What are those features that just immediately come to mind for players when they think of the game?
The mini games are the mini games. Those are so iconic to Oblivion.
Great! How's it go again?
Like lockpicking. You can put a fresh coat of paint on it, but you can't change it too much because it's part of the core experience.
I don't think that lockpicking's
Whether
that
you're returning to Cyrodiil
awesome in
or
Oblivion.
you're a newcomer,
I'm going to follow you and watch you and worship the ground you walk on.
you will
They're make
instantly
you act
feel
up.
at home. It just feels better. We've modernized a lot, but it's still the same
I'm
incredible
not
adventure
complaining about
and the same
pick
carefully
locking. I can
handcrafted
get
world.
behind. I can get around it. It's actually
about
pretty
time.
easy
Do
in
you
comparison
know
to
how long we've been
Skyrim.
waiting?
I'm starting to realize, but yeah.
Oblivion is a
while.
core part of the story of Bethesda Game Studios. None of what we're surrounded by right now would be here if we hadn't made that game and if it hadn't been the success that it was. The effort that we put into it, the sort of the love that went into it, I think that comes across on the screen.
To have worked on something that people care enough where you're in a position where you can remaster it, it's a privilege.
And now,
Kinda cool.
to help introduce this game to a new generation of players, I feel so lucky.
I really think that people, when they jump back into the remaster, they're going to be shocked at just how good the game looks. The Oblivion gates look absolutely incredible, and I think they're just going to find themselves lost in the world.
Camping confirmed.
Even if it's just
Camping
the music,
confirmed.
for example,
Holy
just walking
shit.
around for half an
Holy
hour in
shit.
the world, you feel something, and that's
Holy
precious.
shit.
You're going back to a world that you've been to before, but it's better somehow. Like, it's an intangible thing, but it's like, it's new, it's fun, like it's exciting again.
But it's ultimately the same game. There was a lot of respect for what was before, and I think the fans will appreciate that.
Yeah, we will.
From all of us at Bethesda Game Studios,
And virtuous.
It's
we
just the way it
wanna
looks.
Thank you for joining us today.
Damn.
Oblivion
I hope-
has a
I hope-
very
I'm
special
still
place in
hoping
my
we get
heart,
camping.
and being able to work on this remaster and bring it to a new generation of
dive rock.
players has been an incredible experience. We were too excited to get it in your hands and didn't want to just show it off to you and then make you have to wait. The best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion remaster will be available today.
All right, boys, we know what we're doing today. Holy shit.
87 years ago.
We knew it was going to happen. We knew the leaks. We knew the leaks.
But for all
But
these
there was
years,
definitely a like
I've never
grain
been the
of salt
ruler
that
of my
was
own
put into my like back of my head that was like, they're probably going to push it back.
This is the 27th
That's
and
incredible.
last seed. The year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours
of my life.
Of my life. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no
I can't wait to see them again.
This is only the beginning.
Whoa.
Worse is yet to come. Looks clear.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
Who now will save us from the coming darkness?
Their stream's kind of lagging a little bit. I think it's because of how many people are watching it right now.
Here you must find your own path. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Holy shit. Also, yes, Blade, I 1000% agree with you. Best Dark Brotherhood, one of the coolest opening quests, available today on everything. So I'm just going to refresh my PS5 real quick and download that. Because I'm in the shop right now and it's not showing up yet for me. Come on, Oblivion. That is so cool. We can actually, we're gonna have to download the game anyway, so we're gonna hang out and watch the stream. If you guys want to continue watching and hanging out, I really appreciate you. If you're new and you're just passing through, I appreciate you as well.